Okay, now it's daytime. Round 2. And if this still eats on me, I mean, like, come on. I'm tired too. I had to get a ride here at 3 o'clock in the morning because Luke left. See, this is real life. I'm telling you that. But that let alone, just in that action, I want you to see that when I'm talking about like the supernatural, I'm being authentic as well as when I'm talking about that. And the thing is that we are a natural, supernatural creation. Like, you know what I mean? And the thing is what I want to say to you, is the reason why I denied myself for so long until I gave myself up to myself, but then it would be no point in saying what I know from my past lives to you until, okay, so until like the time comes where they're ready. And the thing is, I don't even know if that was a negative ET doing that or a positive ET. Obviously it either was God or a spirit or some type of like interference of some sort. Because I was basically saying that I pointed basically to here because I was going to say something about, see how I'm fucking up now? It's just like when I was really, really good and going, that's when it was good and it was going. But then they shut that off. They don't want, when I'm really hyped up and really in my element, to be showing my information. Because I remember when I bought this thing about Jesus Christ, it basically was this little documentary about this one dude talking about it, but he went around in the city of where he went through with the cross and everything, and I remember, like, I had like triggerations of them buildings, and this is weird, but all them things in the past of what I was talking about, for my, you know, recollections or little things that we don't even really document when I was, say, younger, because I had no clue in how serious this was until now about what's all going on. But the thing is that we need to get together more than ever, because it was a sign. I'm getting these signs and I have to act upon these signs, and it's the pressure's on me, quite literally. And all you people that are like-minded like this, you seriously have to get together in a community, put your money together in a community to just collab together, you know what I mean, for longer periods of time. See, every day you know, it's not like you're tied down to that if you have places to go or whatever to do, but you could set up that place where they can all go to, and it would be free. It has to. We have to take all these elements of what we are to put into what is possible, because if we don't put what this is first and we just talk out of our ass every fucking day and not actually do what God wants us to do, and the thing is, if, like I already told you, I'm acting upon this and doing what I can every day of my freaking life to do it. And it feels like my spirit doesn't let me do certain things because it can't stand them certain things. So I can only be the authentic output of what I get, because I cannot put my heart into something that it's not. So I have to really recover what I can do. Like, the thing is that that's why when I'm evolving myself, I'm better, everything gets better. But when they're, say, you have to pay for college to do this, you're struggling to get that information as well as whether it being so easy and everything on a plate for you to be for the information to have. See, they don't use money. Spirits don't use money to connect with us to do this. They know why, the big plan here, and this is what's really going on. Regardless of this money, something needs to happen, right? So it's like every time that I say these things, and I was getting emotional too earlier on in the mirror, and I actually said that in the other video before they cut it out, and it was about 9 minutes. And the thing is that I was looking in the mirror like almost in the tears, but I was like really, really, really mad. And when I get like that, it's an anger because of what's not being done, and it really hurts me in everything that I see not these big things being done. Or like the thing is I want this all to change. And the thing is, I won't stop, and I am who I am, and I'll do what I do for God. And the thing is, people might not know what God, you know, each person has a little different path that they play in it, yeah. But I'm saying my path, obviously, is important because I got videos of the UFOs, I got the orbs that I seen over the house here at that full, an eclipse, and I got that one night, and it was like purple and red orb thing that I got over the house. I even have it all on video. And the thing is I want you guys to share that and get that out there. Because guess what? The sooner we can step into what we want to live in. And yes, I want everybody else to be known and well known. Because the thing is that what I'm doing it for, I don't want to be well known just for the fact of me at all. I need to do what I need to do, and that's how I see that it has to be done. And it's in my intuition as well as what the guidance is brought to me. And the thing is that I am who I am, and my functions are on my functions. That's why everybody has their own inner being to not just pick up, but understand their own input upon the situations. Yes, they can get conscious help from spirits and all that, but the thing is that, you know what I mean? And especially, I mean, I was going to say that if they do delete my account, they might as well delete it now. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to try to violate anything. But if the thing is I get emotionally into an end of a video or start break down crying and get really real in front of people, that shouldn't be anything. Because we got to stand up for what this. It's each individual. They have these phony rules. They don't want the real shit coming out. See, and then that's why they delete my account. That's why they messed with my Instagram for a while too. And to be totally honest, all this stuff happening, you know, it is testing me and testing my will. But at the same time, I'm not going to stop. And I'm pulled between giving up or keep on trying. Every fucking day. Because that's what they want. They want to fucking keep on antagonizing you to give up on the process itself from being accomplished. But the thing is, it's in my being. I always knew this, in a way, of the real truth I was going through. So, if anybody sees this, if anybody can, or anybody even looked at one of my videos and knows this, make sure that you put the supernatural first. The things that are really in control here, not the money system, not this power structure here. It's an energetic thing of what we come from, and that something's higher making this happen. You know what? They could go lights out right now. God could just end everybody. Because He has that power. Because He was a creation of what it was from it. But that's Him in itself, though. In a way that everything entangles with it. And that's why when I understand what I know and things come to me, it's about time that we really stand up and do something. Like if we could just get like this spot where people, it's like a second home for everybody that collabs on this and feels a pull in their spirit to do so, not just the money. The money has nothing to do with this whole process, to be totally honest. All that little bullshit aside, though, between what I'm getting, that's why I put that first in every situation. There's so much to do, regardless of anything, and that's what I gotta do. And as soon as I can get this out there, because I can't stop until this gets out there too. So I know that partially the time that I'm gonna waste, say, working, is going to waste the time to try to get that out there. Or, I mean, all this information in, see? And if I'm getting all these downloads, I got to act upon them. And the thing is, if I'm working, that's a lot to deal with. So it's like, I got to choose one or the other in a sort of situation for the time period of now. So that's why I keep on fucking saying this over and over to you. And I'm never going to quit because this is in myself to be this way. of what I am. So no one can fuck with me anymore. Look at my songs, look at, you know, all that I reposted anyway, or in 53 ways, check that out. And for real, like, if we don't take this seriously, like I'm taking this seriously, you will not be strong enough. You will not make it through. You came to Earth, and it is a tough place, and it isn't filled with love and light. And okay, honest to God, that we got to show that reflection of what we are. But at the same time, we're in the midst of a battle. So we lose down on the ground. In a way, we're getting manipulated when it comes to being like that. Because if this process is keep getting... When is that step going to be made? You know? Can't you see this? Now, it's up to the people that are strong enough now to set that example and come together as well to show that. Because I don't think anybody outside of this fact is even ready to come together to even work together. Besides the people who have their shit together. And I do. I'm just saying this is serious. And when I'm saying and I'm speaking like this, it's because I mean it. It's because this is real. And how many times do I have to, what do I have to do? Do I have to keep knocking on your forehead and saying, or letting you get that rope and I'm pulling you, but it seems like no one even sees that rope's there, and I'm just waiting for a couple people to grab onto it so I can start pulling. And the thing is what this is God's pulling me to do this, so it is not deception. Because this whole world's getting deceived, and what I'm saying to you is the truth. And if the truth comes back like it said in the Bible, how is that? How can't you deny the facts that are around you of what's happening? I actually did pray, and I talked to God all the time in my mind. And the thing is that everybody gets the hint from God. Like, everybody gets this thing that they really need to do, and they got to be brave enough to do it. And once it's all over, it'll be back to normal. Everything will be fine. But until it's normal and fine, I can't escape from my burden that I have to do, obviously. And that's why I don't get relief. And the thing is I try to get a little nap, and I felt like this weird thing in my heart, like in my throat too. Like periods of just before I was going to go to bed. Now, in a way, that's spiritual attack. And they talk about that out there too, on YouTube. And all these things that I know, before I even known that, are coming to light in other people's reflections of what God is. And showing people and the real truth of what really happens. So if I say grab this, drop that, it's going to fall. We all know the basics, but there's certain things yet that we don't know. Mass public don't know. And because they don't know that, they can get pulled directions. And it's really sad when, I mean, people are trying, but the thing is, if we got stuff, if you're going here and going there, energetically and doing that, that's your path. Yeah, I'm not saying it's like this thing, but we gotta at some point get together somewhere and make this sacrifice to make this happen for the greater good. You know, it's just like, if we don't prove that to God, God's going to do nothing. Like he won't make them things happen until we all get that. Until we all really realize what needs to happen. And maybe it was God stopping me. And I was getting a little emotional in that video, and it might have got deleted if I post, you know, so maybe it is, but you know how much it hurts. Especially I'm trying so hard, I'm going to get fucking torn down. It's just, I don't really know what to do, guys. If I could get out there in a better way, if I had an opportunity to, I would. That's why, anybody coming across this video, I say share it. Try to get this viral. Because the thing is, this is really going to help the world a lot to wake up to what's going on. All them other videos, there's people still denying it, but they won't deny me. Is what I'm saying. Like, I can do all this stuff. The supernatural comes to me. I have proof and evidence already. You know what I mean? And it just seems like I'm wasting my time. At the same time, I'm uploading because they could delete it. But then at the same time, I want to get it out there so everybody can know, and then that would be completed. But at the same time, if I do all that work and it never gets out there, it's not being completed. So I'm fucking torn between so many variables. And it sucks. And everybody in the world is going through this, and some people don't know why, but they feel it. But I understand why the whole time. And that's why I have to be acting, because no one else is like quite... They are, but they're going good about it because I don't want anybody to be a fool. But at the same time, I'm going to be that fool that does this because enough's enough. Like, the real truth of my being can only be hidden or suppressed for so long until what I am comes out. And this is what I fucking do every day in my life. Internally, I function on the level of what I am and want to reside in. But I get affected by this reality, and look at what it does to me. Look what it does to me. Look what it does to you. Are we going to fucking get together and make this happen? Or are we going to keep on suffering and trying to make this happen? And if they take it away from you, all your souls are going to get affected. If this doesn't happen, of what you're trying to make happen too, guess what? We're all going to get karmically affected by it. And then later realize that everybody had them good intentions and were wanting to do the good thing. That's why I'm saying now more than ever that we got to make certain things happen. I mean, with all the things that we can do, like with our two hands, there's 8 billion people. I mean, if we simply walked to a single point and agreed to walk there, to all meet up, just say, not on billion people, but I'm just saying majority of people, that was enough. We start physically building planes on Earth, or just things we normally do without the permits, without the fucking rules, blocking us and limiting us. Because that's suppressing what really needs to happen, right? Right? And all you guys know it. And the thing is that the time needs to freaking really, really freaking come. And I feel it, and things are getting... I'm just so freaking stressed out because I haven't been getting much sleep, and I wanted to. It's just I couldn't fall asleep and stuff. Because I constantly wake up when somebody wakes up or does this, and then... And to be totally honest, you know how much secondhand smoke I breathe, and people don't really respect me at all. People treat me like a joke. People don't care, and then that's why it makes me want to give up. And that's exactly what the devil wants. And he does influence you. And I did get spiritually attacked when I was younger. A lot. By all the negative shit. Trying to suppress the light that I held inside. And if we're all in the spiritual community, you know, in the UFOs and all this other stuff, and it's all getting really, really, really real to handle, we got to start acting now more than ever. And seriously, it's like sickening and pathetic that I have to say the things, and I like to see this change happening, but at the same time, like, oh my gosh, it's so far away from the big picture here. Pretty far away, because I think God is saying enough's enough. And I get signs from the TV, and as soon as I'm done with thinking about something, all of a sudden I'm done right after that, and I have all these synchronicities, and it's just like it's talking me. And this is the right thing, so I'm gonna do this no matter what anybody says. Anyway. But I'm doing this because I want to let you know of the real thing that needs to happen, and that God is going to be really testing a lot of people. He was testing me, and he's going to test everybody until they do come together. And the thing is, whether they're ready or not, things are going to freaking happen and speed up. Because it's just, you know, no matter which polarity goes or which happens, both sides are going to speed up. Because this, honest to God, for a long time, this hasn't been a war planet. that has been at war. Just because wars end doesn't mean it doesn't end. And we think these polarities, just because they say the war ends, or this because this and that. In the real universe's eyes, this is a constant function that's going through like a cycle. Alright? So, this is the real truth of what's happening. We don't need to deny this. Like this layer needs to be unfolded from your eyes. And you got to see this darkness. You got to see what I'm seeing. And the thing is that no matter whether if you make it through or not, and you realize that truth, you will either emerge in the light, or it's gonna hurt. But your soul can never die. You can never, you know what I mean, fully give up. There's no such thing. So that's why, from a long time ago, I was being like this, but it wasn't the sort of sense of what's taking place now that it's really getting down to the nitty-gritty of this. But even before, I knew, like say, 2 years in the future, something could happen. You know, these things could happen if I don't do such and such things. So that's why I'm saying every moment of now that we take this seriously to move on to make this happen. Right? It's not a game, and I'm not playing, and see, I wanted to deny myself so much. Because of all that was happening, it was pointing towards a certain thing. And I know how everybody, you know, else would think of me, and I didn't even want that burden for myself to even find out, right? Because who'd want the burden of being somebody like that? Had a lot of history, had a lot of hard experiences that shaped him into who he is today. And it really sucks that these big moves can't be played. It's just because of their soul's a little too weak to actually do it. Now, if I was in control of all this, I would be playing the moves the right way, and I'd feel way more comfortable. I wouldn't feel as stressed out, but that's what the world's doing to me. Especially when they delete all that information that was for you, that they hid from you, that they're hiding from you right now. This has not gone viral. But how? This is something way new. I can't lie to myself and say that, oh, this is nothing. No, because spirits are coming to me, I'm getting all this stuff happening, and I'm acting upon it like no one else would act. They're doing the informational thing, keep into a steady pattern in a sort of way, when they could branch out and be magnificent in their own way, but they're still limited by the gravity of what's holding them down here. There's still negative forces even keeping them down from their full light. And I know it is. It's more suppressed than you even think, but the things of freedom of what you do, but just say you do get that light back, things still could deter you from your actual path, like making you happy in certain areas, wasting all your time when you could have been making them changes what you came down here to do. And the thing is, when you're born in this world, it wasn't fun, it wasn't pretty, and the thing is to enjoy yourself, but to think that you're going to have to come back here and do the same thing, and to realize you waste all that time to kind of go through all this hell to try to be happy in it and not to change it, then what happens? It just keeps on being this lower form of what truly could be there the whole time, to exist, and to be let out, to be brought up to the surface. Does anybody on TV talk the way I do? No, because they have a script. They have all this stuff. And if they would just act upon what they're talking about too with their money, which they just don't know. They don't know the right things to do. But I can't help but to know. And that's what I'm burdened with. But it's like, I just want to make this through. I want to get through this because I know God's not going to say, Cody, you just can't live a normal life and be happy until this is done, right? Like, that is like what I'm getting every time. And the thing is that I know God isn't all the one making all the, say, prolonging things to happen either. So I want you to know that it really is up to the 8 billion people that have two hands, that we physically do things with our two hands, but that rule structure's in a place they create your demise. And you think all this paper and all this, the products and the things that they do are for your benefit. But for what? To get a simple product and let the rest of the world go to hell and like destroy itself? How is that any beneficial to you when there could be better ways or things that we need to fix first? And discard everything else to just fix that first. But no one likes to do that. And they're still in the mix of all this, everybody. And I'm just saying that there's going to become a time when we're all in the same boat, and then we're really going to be putting God first in our souls and our spirit more than ever on the elevated level. Because when everything's taken down and this illusion is brought out, and you're getting affected. Like yesterday, I was outside for pretty much all day, and it was kind of windy and rough out there. And that myself made me feel more into my soul. Because it was tough. It was kind of a little bit rough. And I wasn't like complaining, and it was not too bad, but at the same time, it made me think about what's going on and how bad this really is, and how much people are just careless of things and they don't see things around them. Because they're in their own little bubble trying to take care of their family. But the real family is everybody, and they're getting affected by this, what's happening. Now, you got to stand up for everybody to make your whole family exist. Because just standing up for your family, you're segregated. It's only you against them. Individually, each individual group. You're not teamed together to make something happen. And that's what makes things happen. That's why when you have more workers, more things get done. Here. Maybe that's why I say the things I do every fucking day, and the thing is, it's really hard for me. Really, really, really hard for me to hold some of this back some of the time. Because the thing is, I just want to be at peace and be there, but the spirits and triggerations, it's part of my... They say you just can't do that. Like, you just can't... You got to be familiar with it and grow that, but you just can't do that without doing the work. You know what I mean? It's just like... And that's the real truth of what I want to speak to you today. And that, beyond love, there is the right thing to do, right? Because we could be loving each other, but the real love for the right thing to do would be fixing it, making it all right to be loving. So, think about it, Just, please, think about it. Don't make me cry to the point where I really get emotional and really make you feel deep down in your soul. Because I don't even want to get to that point. Because you get affected by energies. Everybody does. And I know this, and you know this too.